Hey, what's up guys? Scorpid here. Please like and subscribe to show your support. Heh heh.
In the heart of the Arathi Highlands, amidst the relentless cold rain pouring down from the northern hinterlands, Scorpid lay coiled within his sleeping bag. The damp, misty morning offered little motivation to leave the warmth. But then the rain began to ease, nudging Scorpid out of his sleeping bag. It wasn't long before he encountered Crichton in Refuge Point, a man robed in the garb of a scholar. Crichton entrusted Scorpid with a task: hunting the witherbark trolls to the southeast. These trolls held secrets that Crichton was eager to unveil. His mission was to acquire their reagents. Further exploration of Refuge Point led Scorpid to the captain of the outpost. She directed him westward towards Northfold Manor, a once noble estate now fallen under the control of the Syndicate, an organization of rogues and criminals. Scorpid had noted the similarities between these foes and the infamous Defiers of Westfall. The captain's request was straightforward: eliminate the Syndicate's presence, thereby securing safer passage for caravans between South Shore and the outpost here. His first stop was Northfold Manor. Here, the Syndicate's presence was unmistakable, their criminal activities casting a shadow over the once proud estate. With swift precision and unmatched skill, he dismantled their ranks, easily outmaneuvering their clumsy attempts at stealth and ambush. Amateurs. Leaving the Syndicate in disarray, Scorpid turned his focus eastward. The witherbark trolls were notorious for their cunning and brutality, but Scorpid approached them with a tactical mindset. His battles were fierce, pitting him against the trolls' medicine men and shadow hunters. It was during this relentless hunt that Scorpid encountered an obese Tauren hunter, an imposing figure accompanied by a fierce saber-toothed tiger. The Tauren, a member of the Horde, was an enemy by default, and Scorpid felt a surge of adrenaline at the prospect of sticking his daggers in the vile furry's ribcage. Stealth was his ally as he launched a surprise attack, stunning the Tauren. However, the saber-tooth proved to be a ferocious adversary, carrying the Tauren tremendously in this fight. But Scorpid was not one to falter. Employing his disarming technique and quick reflexes, he managed to turn the tide, sending the Tauren beast tumbling down a cliff. His encounters with the witherbark trolls intensified, each skirmish more challenging than the last. He battled fiercely, claiming their medicinal supplies and even the tusks of a formidable shadow hunter. It was a grim task, but necessary for Crichton's research. His mission was interrupted by an unexpected rematch with the Tauren hunter. Driven by revenge, the Tauren charged at him atop a Kodo beast. However, fate wasn't kind to the Tauren. In a moment of sheer clumsiness, the Boomer Skills Tauren slipped on his hooves and plummeted down a cliff. Returning to Refuge Point, Scorpid encountered the Forsaken Death Squad. A swift and strategic assault allowed him to take down the courier they were protecting and seize crucial documents. With the Forsaken's guards hot on his heels, Scorpid cleverly led them into an ambush by the guards of Refuge Point, ensuring their defeat. Scorpid delivered the reagents to Crichton. The information within the letters revealed a sinister plot by a Forsaken apothecary in the farmstead. Teaming up with an elven druid, Scorpid infiltrated the farmstead, battling orc grunts and ultimately eliminating the apothecary, though not without some embarrassing moments occurring.
Watch my rear. I'll see what I can find in all this junk.
Heh. Sorry, I was distracted.
The ruins of Stromgarde City were fraught with tension. The silent, eerie streets made him uneasy. However, the quiet was soon shattered by a vicious assault from a Tauren shaman. The shaman's elemental magic was overwhelming, and Scorpid found himself knocked out in mere seconds. Recovering from the ambush, Scorpid cautiously made his way deeper into the city. The Tauren shaman, responsible for his earlier defeat, was spotted again, this time engaged in a fierce battle against the remnants of the Arathi humans holding a portion of the city. Seizing the opportunity, Scorpid employed a cunning strategy. He threw dirt in the shaman's eyes, blinding him temporarily, buying time for Arathi knights on horseback to arrive, leading to a timely demise for the Tauren shaman. With the score settled, Scorpid joined forces with a group of Alliance members, a Night Elf hunter, a Dwarf priest, and a Gnome mage. Together, they launched an aggressive campaign against the elite Syndicate forces occupying Stromgarde's keep. Their coordinated attacks resulted in the beheading of Lord Falconcrest, whose head would surely provide a handsome reward as a bounty. As Scorpid made his way out of the keep, he encountered the Tauren shaman once more. This time, the shaman was preoccupied with fending off shadow minions summoned by the dwarf priest. Scorpid seized the moment, striking down the weakened shaman, and earning a nod of approval from the night elf hunter.
Justice!
With his allies departing, Scorpid took a wander before heading back to the outpost, when suddenly, a powerful Forsaken assassin launched a devastating attack. Each time, Scorpid would barely escape with his life, and the assassin would attempt another execution. Further attempts on his life were more harrowing than the last, testing his skill and resolve to their limits. The Forsaken rogue proved to be a formidable adversary. Stealth and guile, typically Scorpid's greatest strengths, were outmatched by the Forsaken assassin's higher level and better equipment. In a series of tense encounters, Scorpid narrowly escaped death, relying on quick thinking and the assistance of Arathi human soldiers to deter further attacks. It became clear that this assassin had been sent by the Horde to put a stop to the great and clearly famous Scorpid once and for all, and this Forsaken wasn't leaving without Scorpid's beautiful, handsome face. Ultimately, it was his ability to adapt and outmaneuver his foes that allowed him to survive. He used his environment to his advantage, turning the tide against the Forsaken assassin who knew only the rules of the arena. Scorpid would have been slain easily, to be fair. But Scorpid doesn't fight fair, and at the end of the day, he's still breathing, while the assassin is laying there in the dirt. Suffering from extreme anxiety and fear for his life, Scorpid returned to Refuge Point, presenting the head of the Syndicate leader to the captain. The PTSD was strong with Scorpid now, and he decided he'd best not dwell in these highlands much longer. South Shore awaited